Hello everyone, my name is Gabby, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super review. This time reviewing episode 63. After a valiant effort by Trunks and Mai, Trunks is finally defeated when Goku and Vegeta return to the future. Black immediately breaks the time machine and the urn Goku was going to use for the Mafuba, but that doesn't faze the Saiyans too much. They just go to plan B, beat Black and Zamasu up, and surprisingly, Vegeta manages to get the upper hand on Black, saying he's just a fake Saiyan who couldn't possibly draw out all of Goku's power. Meanwhile, Bulma tries to fix the time machine while Trunks tries to fix the urn. So, what did I like about this episode? Well, first of all, I did really enjoy the thing where Gowasu Kaioshin as well, but Gowasu specifically comes with the time ring, goes to the future, and tries to sort of admonish Zamasu and sort of tell him that it's not too late, you don't need to do this, we can just revive all the people you killed, you don't have to do this, you don't have to be evil kind of thing. Obviously it's kind of naive. Anyone who's seen everything that Zamasu has done has realized that he's very much past the bargaining stage, but I do like the idea that Gowasu does try to bargain. He does try to say, listen, you don't have to be evil, why don't you just stop this, it's fine. Too often is it just oh, there's a guy who I disagree with, so I'm the only option is I'm going to have to fight him and kill him. But no, this time they're maybe we don't have to fight, and obviously it didn't work, but they tried, and I think that was important. I also liked how when Goku and Vegeta return to the future, the first thing Black does is immediately destroy the time machine, and then indirectly destroy the urn that Goku was going to use for Mafuba. First of all, I liked it because it was finally the villains are actually acting smart and not just going to let the characters escape to the past again. And second of all, I liked that because it was sort of destroyed, but it wasn't completely blown into pieces, that it is going to give basically Bulma and future Trunks something to do that's not necessarily related to fighting, but is still going to be really important. So Bulma fixes the time machine so they can get back to the past once this is all over, and then future Trunks is going to fix the urn so they can actually use the Mafuba, which seems might actually be a very important thing that's going to be used to defeat them. It kind of reminds me a bit about One Piece, where you have a lot of characters who sometimes aren't even combatants, so they give them kind of things they have to do on the side that aren't necessarily related to fighting guys, but are still really, really important. That's what it kind of reminds me of, and I do like that Bulma and future Trunks as well and Mai are all kind of going to be playing a big role in this arc, even if they're not the strongest people ever. Even if they can't even fight, like Bulma. But to address the biggest, most significant part about this episode, I actually did like Vegeta's beatdown of Goku Black. I mean, first of all, it's the first time Vegeta has actually managed to get a beatdown on Goku Black that was successful. So that's one thing, considering Goku has done one, Trunks has kind of done one. So that's obviously something good for Vegeta fans. And I did honestly I did like his whole speech where he's basically just you're just a fake Saiyan, you don't know who Goku is, you haven't had his experience, and you're not really a proper Saiyan and everything, so you're not going to be able to get all the power out of Goku's body. You can't be Goku. He may have the body of Goku, but you can't be Goku. You can't be a Saiyan. And we're Saiyans, and I'm the prince of the Saiyans, so I'm gonna beat you. I'm stronger than you, I think. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed that little speech and little beatdown. It was a little bit self-indulgent, I think, for Vegeta, but I think it also does show how much he's changed. It's not just completely him being completely selfish and just trying to show how cool he is. He's kind of got a sort of, even if it's a little begrudging, but he's clearly showing he's got respect for Goku, and he's basically saying, Black, you don't even deserve to take up the name of Goku. You're not Goku. You're nothing like him. I did enjoy it. I think it wasn't just him trying to stroke his own ego. It was him basically just saying to Black why he sucked. As for what I didn't like about this episode, honestly, I think this episode was actually paced a little weirdly, especially when you compare it to last episode. The last episode, kind of the start, sort of middle last episode, Goku and Vegeta leave Trunks to go, and Trunks goes and tries to face off Black and Zamasu on his own to try and buy some time for Goku and Vegeta to try and figure out a way to defeat him. And it's the end of that last episode, the future, the last time we saw that future, it cut away, it just cut away just as Trunks was going to fight Black and Zamasu. And here it's the next thing we see of the future in this episode is him kind of being unconscious and then getting revived by a sensu with Yajirobe. And it's just weird because it's it implies that there was a fight between Trunks and Black and Zamasu off screen, and we didn't really see the result of it except that Trunks lost, I guess. And I just found it a little bit strange that they would have this entire battle off screen and then not tell us, but then have another battle this episode after that. And I don't know, I just don't really know what the point of it was. It did feel like we were missing out on an important episode at some point, so I don't know, structural thing. The other thing that I kind of felt like this episode was missing was like a final sort of goodbye to all of the supporting cast back in the present time. Because obviously last episode we had like Kid Trunks and Goten and like Chi-Chi and like practically the entire cast was there sort of seeing Goku and Vegeta, and it was like strange because we didn't actually see sort of them say goodbye, or we didn't even see Goku and Vegeta leave in the first place. You know, if this is going to be the final battle, I thought they would kind of have a thing where like all of the cast members are there and being like, okay, you know, this time we're going to beat him for good, and you know, everyone's being like, okay, stay safe, good luck, make sure you do this, don't do anything stupid, you know, just make sure you come back alive, you know, something like that. The fact that they completely skipped out on that really, once again, does make you feel like bringing back all those supporting cast members last episode was completely pointless. And then there's how Vegeta does go around and start saying that because Goku Black is just sort of stealing Goku's bodies, but he doesn't have any of Goku's experiences, he doesn't necessarily know Goku as well, he's just taking his body, and he hasn't really had to train for any of that, that because of that he's not going to be as strong. Like, that's a really cool idea. It's sort of the idea they also use for Captain Ginyu, but it's a cool idea. The only issue I have with it is just then, how do you explain Super Saiyan Rose? If Black not being Goku doesn't make him as strong as Goku, how did he manage to get a unique form that does seem to be like almost like basically stronger than Super Saiyan Blue on its own? I mean, it's fine, like this idea is cool, it's just, I just don't know if that really blends in with the idea of Super Saiyan Rose. So, you know, it's just like, you know, can you just make up your mind, Toei? Is Black potentially stronger than Goku, or is he always going to be weaker than Goku? Just don't flip-flop like this, just come up with one idea, please, and stick with it. So, as for next episode, the fight is continuing, and even if Vegeta's assertions about Black being weaker than Goku and Vegeta is right, the fact is they still have one more trick up their sleeves. And spoiler alert, it has something to do with the things that they are wearing on their ears. There is a lot of kind of speculation as to what's going to happen in the next few episodes, in that they've been hinting something like this is going to happen maybe to Goku and Vegeta as well. And I'm kind of also expecting that to happen, to be honest. I can't really imagine it going any other way. But either way, so it sounds really interesting. Sounds a little bit fan servicey as well if they also do that with Goku and Vegeta, but it sounds interesting. I am really interested. And after all, it's very nice that they're going to give the villains a power-up to make us once again wonder how they're going to win. So that was Dragon Ball Super episode 63. It was an enjoyable episode. It may have been a little bit padded out. It also may have been a little bit strange structurally compared to like last episode, but I did really enjoy the stuff that they did. They had some fun character interactions, they had some really cool fights, and you know, they even had some good comedy moments. I got a few laughs out of this episode, and it wasn't those kind of laughs that make you suddenly just completely lose all tension. They were good jokes, and they still made me excited, and they didn't make me think that everything's going to be okay because we're going to be able to joke about things. Honestly, this arc has been padded out quite a lot for like the past few episodes, and while the padding has been interesting, I do definitely want to see the next big story beat of this fight, and that seems like it's coming out next episode, and I am definitely going to be excited for that. I want to see this plot progress because I want to see this fight progress. I want to see this story, and I want to see what it's actually leading towards, and not just like having random detours about characters going back and forth in time all the time. So this is Gabby, signing out, and I'll see you all next week. Bye guys!